Right, we're back on the bank, and if you're wondering why I haven't been doing many videos lately and I haven't been doing much fishing, it's because I'm getting ready for Vets World Championships, the float fishing one next week in France. So I've been spending a lot of time tying rigs, getting ready and getting all my gear right and everything like that, because it's amazing how much stuff you've got to take and you've got to get ready. And at the end of the day, it's World Championship, so that's what we're doing. And I'll be putting some video next week, all my gear in garden like I do, and also I'll be putting lots of videos next week while we're over there in France, and I'll tell you more about it next week. But today, this is the second round of the new fish Feeder King, fantastic competition which is run by Mick and Andy, and it means a lot to us. This is a fantastic event, and there you go, look at that man. He normally brings me a bum, but he hasn't brought me one, so in a bit that'll do for me. And the fact I'm here is I didn't qualify at the first one, and on the first one I drew down there 69 next to MPEG, and the MPEG qualified. And so I didn't get it quite right, but were I going to qualify? Perhaps not, because if Sean fished a good match, and fair play to him. And today I've drawn 65, which is the same zone, because the idea, there's 60 of us and there's 3 zones of 20. You've got to win your 20 to qualify for the final in October, and that's a 10 grand first prize, so that's the idea. Now this is a nice area, I'm quite happy with this. Got one problem, but this little area, I don't know why, it just seems to hold a few more fish, I don't know why. So I'm not disappointed with this draw. Wind's blowing straight at us, so it's a north-west wind coming from the clubhouse. I've seen that a few times. I've been down the Seine quite a bit, so you've seen that a few times. The biggest problem today is on the MPEG, is the one and only Mr. Mick Viles. There he is, look stood up. You can see his yellow is on the MPEG, and if the MPEG for down there, nobody's going to beat him. But it's not always best one, because it's well into corner, and I think it'd be tough today. I really do. But it's not always the best, but you never know in this game. So I've drawn 65, and I'm not disappointed, I'll be honest with you. So we've got Ben's dinner there, look, and you can see we've got him. Look at that, corned beef, ham, biscuits, water. There he is, guarding it up. And that's my ground bait, as you can see. It's all ready, just got to riddle it now, so that's all that done. Oh, my new kit, doesn't it look nice, my new kit. My worm bags, look, there you go, small and large, red worms in little, and dendros in the big one. And then I've only set 2 rigs up today. I've set my 11 foot all round solus and my 12 foot, and basically one's for 50 metres and one's for 35, straightforward. And you know the game now, it's all traditional baits. You can see that casting, maggots, worms and some red worms. I've got this inside of there, you see, just getting his worms out, look. Nice lad him. Don't care what they say about him, I think he's alright. He's a smashing kid. What we've got down, we've got Bart down there, we've got Joe, Jagger. I'm not quite sure of that. So I'm not going to worry about them. The one I've got to worry about, I think, is Mr. Viles. And you'll know it if he's catching up, because you'll be able to hear him. And you'll be able to hear him in London, to be honest with you. So we're all ready, we're all set up. And get on with gear. Ben's getting his position, look, and see what happens. But I actually fancy to feel back. I don't think it'll fish well. I think the fish now are off spawning, and I think personally they're going the canal. People think they're going to the lake to spawn, but we've never had evidence of that really. So I think they're going the canal, and I think they'll come back later on in the year. We've caught them big ones now, and I think we'll be down catching skimmers with a nod bream. And I think 14-15 pound would be a good weight today, and I'll take that now, I think, and take that and hope Mr. Viles will catch on the end. So that's it. What I'll do, I'll let you know if we're going to go on. I think I'll get a few pulls. Whether I get enough, I'll let you know at the end. Have a great day. Well, there's a saying, and the saying is, we know nothing about fishing, and that is true. That has been weird. I love this place, and I also hate it. And today I hate it. I really do. I've had £14. I've caught nothing for 2 hours. Everybody that side of me is getting one every choke. Stupid. There's 220s, a 17, a couple of other double figures, and I've had £14 late on. Richard that side's had £8, he's had £6 or £7 other side, and then they've all caught again. And when you come on this East Lake, £20 is a big weight. It's a good weight, always has been, always will be. I reckon there'll be 20 to 25, £20 today. Up that end it's fished its head off on the canal bank, which is the furthest bank there. Last match in this, you can see him weighing in there. Look at them they've got. He's got 20 odd pound. And on that canal bank the lowest weight will be £20. It's actually fished its brains out, apart from a couple of little bits. I fished at 50, and then Danny next peg to me is fishing 30. I thought, oh, I've got it to my sen. And all of a sudden he's gone clonk, 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 clonk. Got about 5, so I've come up 30 where I've fed it. And I couldn't catch any. And I put some bait in and just caught no. And all of a sudden I've got 3 breamy, 3 puts. And then couldn't get a bite again. It's just the weirdest, what a place. And I've had £14, which is a good weight on here normally, but it's no good today. Mixed one got £24 MPEG, there's another £20, and then up there there's £39 going to win our 20 pegs in 50s. Absolutely unbelievable. I've never known this East Lake fish as well as it has done today. Staggering. All fish were short, they're catching on pole line. I've not had a bite less than 50 metres all year, and all of a sudden that's where all fish were. Now, has that helped because wind's blowing at us? I don't know. All I know is it's fished really well. So it's Super League team on Saturday for them that's fishing. I'm not fishing it. And Sunday it's the Super League individual. And it might fish crap. It's just what it is. This place is the weirdest place. I cannot believe how well it's fished. I reckon Glenn will win it on peg 11 with 40 to 50 pound. And there's load and load of 20 pounds. And like I said, even 39 pounds won this zone. Staggering. So no to come, no Chinese, no qualification. So look like coming on another one. And it's as simple as that. But no fish. After 2 hours I hadn't had an indication, and then I got a skimmer, and then one later I just couldn't get in the sign. I'm watching nets go out down there, watching them go out up there, and us three here just couldn't get any liners in the bite. Look at that. That's what they call it weighing in. Another £20. Wow. I've never known this place fish as well as that. Absolutely awesome. So, like I said, we know naught about it, and certainly we know naught about Southfield. That's what it is. Have a great night.